Okay, so continuing on, we're going to put in a couple of formulas. I'm just going to add in, right, so we've catered for Waterford, Galway, Dublin, Cork, Limerick, but if I don't have a value in here, this reverts to false. So I'm just going to stick in an extra comment at the end, so comma. In all other cases, just leave it blank. Right, so if we have a blank value at the end point, then it returns this last thing here, which is blank. Right, so then the total mileage cost is going to be the this value multiplied by this. So I'm just going to call this the mileage rate. So that is equal to, total mileage is equal to the mileage rate multiplied by the kilometers traveled. I'm just going to put an if error around this. Right, so again, if we don't have a value in here, right, then we don't show anything here, we don't show any errors. Total expenses is going to be total mileage cost plus the expense cost. And again, I'm going to put a if error around that. Say made, we have that done, yes or no? And I'm going to make that currency value. So the next thing I want to do is just make this more user friendly, right? So I'm going to make it appear more like a form. So I'm just going to change the color of certain areas in the spreadsheet. So I'm just going to put this in a type of blue background, and you can do this any way you want, but make sure the ultimate result is that it is clear for the user exactly the areas that he should be able to click in and modify. And change this to, say, a light red, and make it bold. Just leave that as a black for the font. Make those bold as well. So I'm just going to make a type of grid. By placing a all borders there, an outside border here, I'm going to remove the outer grid lines. Right, so it's starting to look a little bit more like a form. Maybe just change so the only area that the user is going to be working in is this area here, and also here and here. He's not going to be modifying any other areas, so I'm just going to make those a different color. And then here it's going to be a different color again. I'm going to make that lighter red. Okay, so the user is never going to modify anything in the red areas, and I'm just going to copy. I'm going to copy all this down all the way down. It's to fill up the form. I'm going to apply all these formulas and data validations to all this. Right, but for the moment, I'm just going to leave these blank. Now I want to ensure that the user doesn't inadvertently delete these formulas, Okay, so to do that, I can apply what's called cell protection. Okay, so if I select the entire worksheet, in fact, I'm just going to select the areas that I want the user to be able to modify. So I want to allow the user to modify these areas here, and this area here, and I'm going to unlock those. By default, everything is locked in Excel, so format cells, protection, unlock, OK. So if I apply worksheet protection, so review, protect sheet, I'm just going to leave the password area blank, click OK. So if I try to click anywhere that I left locked, it won't allow me, but I can modify anything in here, right, because I have unlocked those areas. So that's useful. Just unprotect the sheet again, and I want to remove the comments. Right, and that shows all the comments, that hides all the comments, so I'll leave that as it is. The other thing I want to do is hide the formulas. Okay, back to review, protect sheet. You can put a password on it. I'm just going to say, I'll call it pass. Okay, re-enter the password, PASS. Okay. Right, so I've applied the worksheet protection, but I can still modify these areas that have been unlocked. Right, so receipt attached. Yes. Right, so there you go. You can also make further modifications down here. We can get maybe totals. We could get total for theatre by using some if. We could get percentage of sales made by, say, multiplying or dividing all our yeses by the total of this area here. Maybe we can look at some of that in tomorrow night's class.